Welcome to another video, a little bit of a different view today. What I thought would be really cool would be to just jump in with the tools and show you how to build a digital team. So a digital team is essentially little automations that run 24/7. Imagine you've got a receptionist that you're paying 60 to 75K per year, and they're sitting on the desk, answering phones, directing people down different channels, whether that's to speak to the head trainer or a personal trainer or the owner, the salesperson. That's what you're building here. You're building and replacing the typical receptionist. But the beauty about this receptionist is she doesn't sleep. He does not go out and party and get drunk and then turn up to work on Monday in a mess. This receptionist will work for you on time, every time, and you don't even need to be a tech wizard or an expert at AI. Even use AI to take advantage of this digital team. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump out of automations and we're going to go to our opportunities. This is GoHighLevel. So this is what I use for a lot of the stuff that I have in place in our business. As you can see, I dabble a little bit in different things. But today, what I want to do is I want to essentially just build you out a brand new business and show you how easy this is. This is a white label service, I suppose. You can go and visit GoHighLevel.com and sign up. But the benefit of going through me is that essentially everything that I've got, I can drop straight into your account and then tailor, rather than you have to go through a learning curve and trial and error these things. There is a lot here in GoHighLevel. There's thousands of things that you can do. In reality, there's probably only a handful of things that you really need. So this is kind of a generic pipeline. And the way this works is you'll have essentially your first kind of initial contact with someone. Let's just create a brand new pipeline. Hey, we'll call this fitness business, and we're just going to go with new lead, and then we'll go strength assessment booked, and we'll go with no sale, presuming there will be people that don't necessarily buy on that strength assessment, and then we'll go membership. So something really simple, and then we'll create that. Okay. And there you go. You've got a pipeline with all of your opportunities that you can open up on a Monday or any other day and see your lists of people that you need to push through this. So new leads need to get booked in for strength assessments. Strength assessments need to be put in either a no sale or a membership basket. You can get as complex or as simple as you like with this. I like simple. So the highest value stages is all I track. Now that we've got these, what we can do is we can go to automations. And we can create a workflow. So let's just start from scratch. And like rocket science, we're going to call this automation new leads. All right. So this is what you want to have sent out to new leads. Everything that you can think of, you can do here. So we're going to save that, and we're just going to go straight to add new trigger, and we're going to go pipeline. Okay, so pipeline changed to this is what I want in fitness business pipeline, and pipeline stage, new lead. There are several triggers that you can use for this. You can go to form, so form submitted, okay, and you can choose a form. So if we had a form like a lead form on the website, you can have that in there as well. And when that form is submitted, you can go to update in the pipeline. I think it's opportunity. Yeah, create opportunity. There we go. Beautiful. So we're going to do it like this. You can use your pipelines or your stages in pipeline as a trigger, but for a new lead, they're obviously going to be submitting a form. So we'll go with form submitted. We want them to go to our fitness business. We want them to be a new lead. You can use a contact name, contact phone as the opportunity name. That makes it really easy to see who you're working with. If your form is, say, a Facebook form or a particular landing page form that you've got, you can add in the custom value or call it that. So let's call this 30-day nurture no CTA form. And typically, if someone becomes a lead, the value of that lead now becomes what you sell up front. So on average, we sell about $500 worth of product up front at our strength assessment. So I'm going to put an opportunity value of 500. Now that just helps with tracking on the back end, okay? And we call this an open status because we haven't won them or lost them yet. Now, once that's all set up, that should go. Beautiful. So we've got our form submitted, and immediately that person is put in our most important list, our new lead list. Now, off the back of that, there's probably a couple of things that you want to happen. I'm going to just put a wait 1 minute here. And what that does is it places a gap between form submitted and whatever we do next. Because we don't want it to seem too machine-like. We do want it to have some feeling of natural conversation. And waiting 1 minute usually gives the person time to submit the form and get the text message and be ready for that text message or that email or whatever we send them without feeling like, oh crap, that was too instant, if that makes sense. So I'm going to send this person a message. We'll go with a text or SMS. Yeah, we'll do this one. Cool. And you can have templates set up, but we're just going to go with a no template here, and we're going to go hi, contact, name. Thanks for signing up to our 30-day email series. What enticed you to sign up? Okay, something that's conversational. It's going to open up some dialogue, and this serves the purpose of proving the quality of the lead. Okay, you can do several things here. You might go, hi, is this first name? Okay, and what that does is that will prompt them to go, oh yes, that's me, and it puts the skepticism back on them. So rather than them getting a text message from a business and being a bit skeptical, you're now the skeptical business owner that's like, hey, is this a proper lead? I'm just going to check. Okay, I actually really like this one. So SMS goes out, and you can put in a reply or wait for a reply. We're not going to do that one. We're going to wait for contact reply. Reply to the SMS above. We'll do a timeout. So if they don't message within the hour. Beautiful. So we split this. So this is where you can get as complex as you like and as human-like as you like as well. Here, if this client or this prospect replies to this SMS and says, yeah, it's Jane, then you can have another text message that goes out. Again, another wait step will be ideal here, so it doesn't seem like it's an instant reply. So wait 1 minute. That's usually how long it takes me to write a text message. I don't know about you. And then you can put another SMS and you can say, great, okay, great. Thanks for confirming. What has made you reach out today? Okay? Or whatever you like to put in there. We're just going to put that for now so you can see the purpose of this. And we're going to go here. We're going to do an SMS. And after an hour, if there is no reply, this message will go out. Just checking we have the right number. Okay. Save action. Yeah. And then from here, say there's another reply. So wait for client reply to the last SMS. Best practice is to label these SMSs. So you might go SMS follow up, and you might go SMS number 2. You might go SMS number 1. Yeah, I'm doing this a bit shorthand for the purpose of this video, just to give you an idea of how it all works. But this makes sure that you've got the right message. So they've replied to the follow up. We're going to put this on for 1 day now because we don't want to message them too much in the 1 day. Cool. So we've got to wait for a reply. If the contact replies, then we can go with a go-to step. And that go-to step will now take you to this wait step here. So that if they reply on this follow-up, so they didn't reply to this first one, just checking we've got the right number, they reply to this second one, they'll go to this wait step 1 minute, and then they'll get this text message right here. Yeah? Cool. And then over here, if they don't SMS back after the third SMS, I typically, what I'll do is I'll go end of convo. Looks like we don't have the right number. Feel free to get back in touch if we do. And then that's the end. Okay. I don't like chasing people up too hard. It just doesn't sit right with me. And I've got other things to do that make me more busy. So I've tried 100-day, as long as 100-day text message sequences, and they just annoy people, and they cost you a lot of money anyway in the end. So they're not very effective at all. But here we go. That's essentially like a new lead, an example of a new lead text flow, and this is something that a receptionist might come in at 9 a.m. to do with any new inquiries overnight, or you might do as a business owner any new inquiries overnight. The problem is if someone submits this form at 10 p.m. and they're a night owl, they don't get a reply until you get in, which you might be an early bird, and you'll text them at the wrong time of day, and then they'll get up and they'll rush off to work and they'll forget about it, and that's 24 hours gone. Okay, this makes sure that you can take someone down the right path in a very efficient time frame. Once they reply to this, and you get them to tell you what they've reached out for, you can then move them on to another step, or you can even change this and go, okay, great, thanks for confirming. Looks like you didn't book in for a strength assessment. Did the page load properly? And then you can have a reply like this one here, wait for a reply. And if they say, yeah, not interested, then you can take them down one path. If they say it didn't load properly, you can send them a link that takes them back to the right page. So you can really see how you give someone a professional experience with something like this. We're just going to save that real quick. If I was going to have this live, I'd just tap publish and then tap save and then jump out. And that's it. That's how you build out your digital team. Now, imagine you build out a automation sequence for each of these different opportunities here. New lead, strength assessment booked. So on your strength assessment booked, you might say, thanks for booking in. What are your main goals? Do you have any injuries that we should be aware of? And then you can go from there and use that reply logic to send testimonials, transformations, social proof that proves you're good at what you're doing. You can set up a no-sale automation in the exact same way where you're saying, thanks for coming in, really, really appreciate your time. If there's any questions you'd like me to go through with you at a later stage, please let me know. You might even say, we have several other bookings this week. You've got about 7 days to let us know. This offer expires after 7 days. In 3 days, you can make the automation wait 3 days and follow them up. So I don't know if you've ever had a lead inquire, they've come in and then you forgot to follow them up, but that makes sure no one slips through the cracks. And then over here, this is where it gets to turn into gold. You can set up membership flows that go for 30 days, 90 days, 120 days. The opportunities are endless here. And at each of these levels, you're capturing more value, you're giving a greater service, you're stopping money slipping through the cracks, and you're essentially creating a system that's replicable. So that if you ever sell your business, you can sell it knowing that it's got value in it because it's now a system. But also you can install people into your business and have them take over this stuff, and you don't have to touch a thing. All you need to do is maintain some things, a few here and there. But eventually you get to a stage where you're like with me, where I just go in and I change some automations from time to time. But I've got a whole team of trainers that just run the business. So I hope that was valuable, and I hope you see the power in building a digital team. It really is a game changer. I could have gone into a heap more examples and a heap more ways of creating digital team members in things like forms, etc., sites, landing pages. This is something that a lot of people don't understand, but a great website is like a 24/7 salesperson. As long as you've got it dialed in, it can literally be your most valuable team member and it not even be a breathing human being. Okay, that's how cool this stuff is, and I hope you kind of can see the passion behind the delivery. And it's as a business owner, I always wanted to be in business for freedom, more time with family, go on holidays, and I didn't achieve that level of freedom until I really just learnt sales, marketing, automations, tech, all of this stuff, because it really is the most valuable thing you can do as a business owner. And if you don't want to take the 8 to 9 years that it took for me to learn this stuff, then right now what I'm doing is I'm essentially taking what I've built, the stuff that I know that works, and just dropping it into businesses and tailoring those systems to their brand, their brand voice, their messaging, so that you don't have to go through and do the trial and error like I did. So if you're interested in something like that, I have a couple of different offers. I've got a really quick and easy, get started, the bare basics, and I've got the real in-depth, hold your hands, add all the flows, add everything you can think of. So I've got a wide variety of just some small offers and some bigger offers depending on where you're at. So if you want to kind of explore what you might need, I'd be more than happy to jump on a mobile call with you. No sales presentation or Zoom calls or any bullshit like that. Like, we'll just jump on a candid mobile conversation call, have a chat, see if there's something that I can do to help. I really don't have a lot of time, if I'm being completely honest, so I can't take on heaps of people when it comes to building this stuff out. I've already got a couple of people who have put their hand up and said, "Hey Pete, yep, really need the help with the tech side of things. I can see that you're an expert, so let's work together and let's modernize my business." And I've probably only got a room for another one or two people. So if you're watching this at the time of recording, at the time of uploading, and you're interested, contact me however you can, whether that's through Facebook, Messenger, email address, wherever you see like a call to action thingy. Maybe even just comment on a YouTube video and I can reach out back like that. But yeah, just get in contact with me. I've got no formal funnels yet for this because I'm just focusing on building businesses and getting some really good reviews before I do turn this into a fully fledged thing. So if you want to get in on the ground level and take advantage of the low prices and the high attention that comes through having a new business, then I'd be more happy to work with you, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you if you reach out. If you don't, that's cool. I hope you got some value, and I'll see you in the next video.